Hello and welcome to the series of online training modules on parents with disabilities in child welfare. My name is Mingyang Zheng. I'm a doctoral student at the School of Social Work, University of Minnesota. This training is a collaborative effort between faculty at the University of Minnesota School of Social Work and the Center for Advanced Studies in Child Welfare at the School of Social Work at the University of Minnesota. This training module is part of an online training effort that covers a wide range of topic areas in child welfare. The training module supporting parents with disabilities in clinical and macro practices has two parts. Each part is about 20 minutes. In part 1, we have talked about how to support parents with disabilities in clinical social work practice. Now, in part 2, we will talk about how to engage in policy advocacy work to support parents with disabilities. There are three learning objectives for this online learning module. After completing this module, you will understand first, the importance of engaging in policy advocacy work. Second, how multiple stream framework explains the policy process. Third, how to apply multiple stream framework into practice. So now let's take a minute to think about why should social workers engage in policy advocacy work. Policy practice was part of social workers' historical roots, right? For example, if we look back to the history of social work, we see that social workers have a long history of engaging in policy practice, such as the settlement housing movement. The social workers were the advocates of the New Deal, right? Policy practice is a major feature of the code of ethics and core value of social justice. National Association of Social Workers Code of Ethics stated that the primary mission of social work profession is to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are vulnerable, oppressed, and living in poverty. The six core values of social work are service, social justice, dignity and worth of the person, importance of human relationships, integrity, and competency. So, how can social workers fulfill the mission and hold on to the core values? One way of achieving those is to engage in effective policy practice. Why? Because policy practice enables social workers to partner in the creation of a social environment that is more supportive of human potential, which will affect the lives of millions of families and individuals. So now we have agreed on that it is important for social workers to engage in policy advocacy work. So now let's think about why should we study theories of policy process. First of all, the policy process itself is very complicated. For example, it involves in different power struggles among different interest groups. So we want to make sense of the complicated phenomenon. And theory can provide insights for social workers to understand how policies are formulated so that social workers can influence policy formulation. And in this module, we will focus on one major theory, which is called multiple streams theory or multiple stream framework. Multiple stream framework suggests that the policy output is the outcome of the interaction of five elements, which are problem stream, politics stream, policy stream, policy entrepreneurs, and policy window. Let's look at them one by one. Problem stream refers to various problems that governments look at. It can be an indicator, such as high rate of unemployment, or in our case, high rate of termination of parental right cases among parents with disabilities. The problem string can be a focusing event too. For example, a woman's parental right was terminated 2 days after she gave birth due to her mild intellectual disability. Despite that she had a strong support system, the case has drawn national attentions. The problem string can also be feedback from previous policies. The second is the politics stream. The politics stream consists of three elements: national mood, legislative or administrative turnover, and balance of interests. The national mood refers to the notion that a fairly large number of individuals in a given country tend to think along common lines and that the moods swing from time to time. Balance of interests refers to aggregating position of relevant interests, including advocates and other actors. The third element is the policy stream, which is a collection of ideas that can be drawn upon to address problems. To ensure the survival of the idea should have high value acceptability, technical feasibility, and resource adequacy. Policy entrepreneurs are individuals who are in and out of government and who spend time, money, and skills to try to pass the bills. The last one is the policy window. The thinking behind the multiple stream framework is that there is a right time for a policy to be adopted and there is a wrong time. It was defined as fleeting opportunities for advocates of proposals to push through their solutions or to push attention to their special problems. For example, Hurricane Katrina opens a policy window for ecological economics. The 911 attacks opens a policy window for more aggressive foreign policies. When all these elements interact, a policy can be formed. This framework provides implication for social workers to engage in policy advocacy work. So now think about this. As social workers, what can we do to engage in the problem stream? It is very important for social workers to emphasize the importance and urgency of the problem, to communicate with the policymakers directly or through media. What can social workers do at the policy stream? At the policy stream, social workers need to become an integral part of a policy community or subsystem engaged in development of policy proposals. And when formulating policy proposals, it is very important to evaluate the feasibility of the policy, such as technical feasibility, value acceptability, and anticipation of the future constraints, such as budget constraints. And what about politics stream? What can we do? Social workers need to be able to diagnose and analyze the national mood and be able to trace changes in this mood. If the policy proposal is in line with the national mood, social workers can have their policy proposal draws more attention in public. Although it's not very common, social workers can also act as policy entrepreneurs to advance their proposals. They must be able to attach problems to their solutions and find politicians receptive to their ideas. We have now reached the end of this introductory module on supporting parents with disabilities in macro practice. We have discussed the rationale for social workers to engage in policy advocacy. We talked about how multiple stream framework explain policy process and how we can apply multiple stream framework into practice. Congratulations! Now you have completed the training on parental disabilities in child welfare. If you think you are ready, Now you can take the quiz. Good luck.